Jacquie Lambie fights the cash ban. Let's have a look. Good morning, everyone. Florian Heise here for another episode of HeiseSays, today with my world's greatest dad cup. Now, every morning I sit down with Mina and we do her school lessons, and I was interrupted today by a phone call from John Adams letting me know that Jacquie Lambie is getting a bit of traction regarding the cash ban legislation. And I had a look at her Facebook, and we'll just jump here and have a look. Now, love her or hate her, I'm really encouraged by the strategy that she is using to deal with this and other pieces of legislation. It's just, she's leveraging technology, she's leveraging the ability to reach out to people to help inform her decisions as a representative of, well, Australians and of Tasmanians in particular. So let's have a listen to her little video she's done here from Facebook.
G'day guys, very exciting day. Finally got our website up and running at thesenatorlambie.com.au. So what we're doing is we're going to start running some surveys on the bills that we're going through Parliament. The first one that we have is the cash ban bill. So I'm going to quickly explain it and then explain the pros and cons. Just
one thing, Senator, you need some lighting shining on you. You know, get a light from the front. You can tell I'm a YouTuber, guys. You know, I'm not a very high quality YouTuber, but I still am.
Make it easier for businesses to avoid paying their fair share of tax or to not pay their employees properly. Large sums of cash can help businesses operate off the books and gain an advantage over their competitors who are doing the right thing. Apparently that's not fair, and it creates budgetary problems for the government by reducing tax receipts. These rorts, this is what bothers me, these rorts can also fuel crime, aid terrorist activities and facilitate money laundering, which to me is a slight problem. The bill, which is called the Currency Restrictions on the Use of the Cash Bill 2019, enacts a recommendation from the 2017 Black Economy Task Force final report to implement a ban on cash transactions over $10,000. It would also impose fines of up to $25,200 or 2 years jail time for entities that make or accept payments of more than $10,000 in cash for the same good and service. The pro?
Let's just highlight that there that she's just said with regards to the jail time. Think about that. Think of all of the members of the House of Representatives that just voted this through following party lines. Criminalised something that we can do right now. And I'm not sure if she'll go into it, but it's all based on anecdotal evidence. And we're all moving away from cash anyway. So let's get back to Jacquie.
The bill would make it more difficult for businesses that transact in large sums of cash to gain an unfair advantage over their competitors by not paying tax or not paying their workers properly. That's a problem. The cons, and this is where people in the country are a little bit stuck. The bill restricts people's freedoms to use cash, which many Australians see as a fundamental right.
Exactly, guys. It's an attack on our liberties. It is definitely an attack on our liberties. It's ludicrous.
It could force people into the banking sector, and I know that after the Banking Royal Commission, people are avoiding them like there's no tomorrow. And it may be difficult to enforce because of the nature of the cash.
Is she going to mention that there's a cost as well that all these businesses will incur? You've got to realise every time we implement something like this, there's a cost associated with it for business, for day-to-day activity, for transactions. And what's the benefit? They haven't done a cost-benefit analysis. What shocks me is two things. Two things really from this entire cash ban. One is that you've got members of parliament just blindly following party dictate and voting away our freedoms, criminalising something, taking away our liberties. And two is the utter lack of any cost-benefit analysis. If you're threatening to jail people, if one innocent person is jailed because of this legislation, is it worth it?
So please go to the website, check out the survey, click yes or no whether you like this bill, and secondly, if you'd like to leave us a message in relation to it, then please do so. Thank you.
So let's jump to her website, and I've got it up here. So, how do you think I should vote on the cash ban? I'll tell you what I think. It goes down here. Yes, you should vote to make the bill law. No, you shouldn't. I can't decide what you should do. And here it goes. I believe you have the right to be heard by your politicians. This is why I want your advice on this vote. What is the cash ban bill addressing? And just reiterating the points, and we'll go to the key takeaways. The bill would make it more difficult for businesses that transact in large sums of cash to gain an unfair advantage over their competitors by not paying tax or not paying workers properly. Cons. The bill restricts people's freedom to use cash, which many Australians see as a fundamental right. It would force people into the banking sector, and it may be difficult to enforce because of the nature of the bill and the nature of cash. So she's calling for advice. She is calling for advice. A politician asking for advice, for public input, for public say. And I think that has to be applauded. I think every senator should take this move. They should be representing their constituents, not their party. What do you think, guys? Do you encourage this? Have you advised her? Are you in Tasmania? What would you say? Have you filled this out? Have you submitted? Let me know in the comments below, everyone. Because I'm encouraged to see this. It looks like the crossbenchers in the Senate oppose the bill, or are critical of it. A lot of people have reached out. A lot of people have been inspired to contact their politicians. One thing, that there's still time, everyone, to reach out to particularly your Labor senators in your states. Jump on the phone, send them an email, encourage them, let them know politely, professionally, that you find the idea of removing our liberties unconscionable. They shouldn't take these rights away from us. The fact that there's no benefit to doing this, it's actually going to be a burden on our civilization to monitor this. Because I'll tell you a secret, everyone. I will tell you a big secret. Nearly everyone's moving away from cash anyway. The number of transactions that are done at $10,000 is infinitesimal. It's tiny compared to the number of other transactions. Most people will use cards. They'll use digital transactions for large sums. Or they'll even use checks. They'll just tap, tap, tap. Not for 10 grand, you'd probably do a FBOS transfer. Or a direct transfer to a bank. Some people may still choose to do it. But we are moving away from it. So what's the problem? There's the other issue. Say if you had some criminals that forced someone to take cash, who, that means now they've got dirt on you. They can dob you in, or other people could dob you in. Don't tell me that wouldn't happen. What about a clerk, if they're responsible for it? So let's have a look at what other issues. Fight foreign interference. Our veterans deserve better. Clean up Canberra corruption. So, this is fantastic. Good to see. Good to see. Public engagement. We'll see how it goes, guys. Let's have a look at her record. I've never been to her website before. I'm not a Tasmanian, I'm a Queenslander. No excuses, no pussyfooting around. It's time to get things done. So, she got back into the Senate. I think a lot of people like having crossbenchers which are free from party burdens, which are independents or their own parties. I think there's a value to that, particularly in the Senate. Because then we can reach out to these people and there's more chance that they might actually listen. And this is a sign that they will listen. So guys, there's still an opportunity to address this cash ban. I'm confident. It's looking good from what I'm hearing. I'm thinking that hopefully all the Liberal members in the House of Representatives that voted this through should be appalled. Particularly those that didn't even read it. Didn't even realize the fact that they were potentially sending innocent people to jail. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, guys. Do you think this is a good move from Jacquie? Or do you think this is just a bit of posturing? I think it's a good sign that engaging with members of her constituency, and I would encourage you all to reach out to your senators, let them know politely, professionally, that you do not agree with this legislation and you don't want those freedoms taken away from you. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share it on social media. Get the word out. I mean, this video of hers on Facebook had over 30,000 views. So it shows you a lot of people are interested. Over 1,400 comments on it, which is a good sign. I honestly, one thing I mentioned to John this morning was that many more people, because he's saying this is the first time kind of a YouTube campaign is affecting Parliament here in Australia. And I think a lot of people, for the first time, and I've seen it in the comments and messages, for the first time ever, they're becoming politically active. Perhaps they feel they can actually make a difference this time. Maybe I'm just not cynical enough. Give me a bit more time, guys. It's because I've shaved off all the white beard. That's what it is. Be more positive. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. If you're a fan and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can share the videos on social media. You can support us financially via Patreon or joining the channel here on YouTube just for a small monthly donation. We also have affiliate links with Independent Reserve and Kucoin for the crypto traders out there, and Amazon and eBay for your consumer purchases. We sell our very own merchandise, pocket squares handmade at the HeiseSays sweatshop factory, which is this house by my wife Rachel, and PayPal if you want to support us that way. Thank you everyone who helps support the channel. Thank you everyone who watches it, and share the words and share the videos and let us all know in the comments how your senators or your members of rep responded if you contacted them. Take care, guys. I will talk to you all later. Bye for now.